What's up, everybody? Jason from Straight Edge Nice. Hey guys, I told you guys I was going to do this in my X-16 Gnunting review, and I found a downed orchard, guys. And we're going to take the X-16 Gnunting and we're just going to chop on some branches, some logs, different things, and we're going to just see how this thing performs out here in its what I call natural environment, right? So if you guys haven't seen my full review on the X-16 Gnunting from Tops Knives, designed by Adam Boyce, definitely go check out that video. I do a lot of the stuff at home, like the finer cutting tasks, things like that. But I was trying to find one of these orchards for that video. I couldn't find one at the time. I told Adam I was going to do a second video. Here it is. Found this nice orchard. I was able to talk to the owner. He was nice enough to let me come out here and chop up on some of this stuff. So let's just get at it, guys. Let's see what the X-16 Gnunting can do out here in this orchard, guys. So got the lanyard on, finger choil on. Let's just go. And look at that, nicely done. Come here, cut this piece off, get that out of the way. Come in here, do some nice backhand cuts. Get in. I know that was probably out of frame, but this was a good, it's a good 2-3 inch around log right here. If you wanted to come in here, let me see, make sure I got in view. Do some straight down cut. Look at that, nice chops. Coming in here, doing a really good job. Look at that. So you can see that's a decently thick size log. Cut through it, no problem. I wasn't even really having to swing that hard. Got to do a little delimbing. Bam, come through, cut some of this stuff off. Got another one here. This one, let's chop that off. Now this, we're getting into, this is about a good 4 inch around log right here, guys. So make sure I'm lined up on my camera here for you guys. I want to make sure I get the best footage for you. Come in here, do those angular cuts. Look at that. Nice big chunks coming out of there. You don't have to get too crazy. Just doing some nice, simple hits. Nothing wild. Make sure your leg is out of the way because you don't want to actually cut through and then hit your leg. There we go. Look at that. Nice. Oh, I'd say that's a good 4 inches around. I mean, chopping through that without any issues, guys. Nicely. Have the lanyard locked in, but let's say you don't use the lanyard. Let's see. Is this finger choil up here going to lend itself well? So, man, you see, look at that chunk that came out there. Come in left-handed. Oh, bad aim there. Trying to make sure I come in at angles, get the most effective chops. There we go. Look at that. Nice big chunks, guys. The Gnunting is performing fantastically. I mean, I'm digging into this wood easily, not having any issues with it. Hand slides down a little bit, and it's like a little choil here catches your finger, which is really nice. Helps it, so you don't slip off. But I would always recommend using the lanyard if at all possible. Man, this thing's just awesome. So that's pretty thick branches. Let's go find some other ones. All right, guys. So I came over here. I found this. This is an even bigger piece around. This, you're looking at a good, I'd say this is a good 6 inches at a minimum 6 inches. So we're definitely going to be putting some work in trying to get through this. And that's okay, guys, because I want you guys to see that, the X-16 Gnunting can do this type of work, because a lot of people ask, hey, what's this big old blade good for? Well, I mean, if you're into the traditional, Gnunting fighting tactics and things like that, awesome blade for that, right? It's a Gnunting. But most of us average people like me are going to be using this to do heavy brush clearing, things like that, down trees. You're out, you know, you keep this in the back of your truck, you're out four-wheeling, you come across some stuff that needs to be, you know, cut down or out of the way so you can continue on your, you know, fun trip. You're going to have something to do that with. Now, a lot of people say, well, why don't you just use an axe? Well, okay, cool. Axe is awesome, works great, but oftentimes, sometimes axes aren't the best thing. You know, sometimes you need something a little bit more versatile, right? If you have to go, if I had to hack my way through all of this and it was like real bushy, I wouldn't be able to do that with an axe. I can utilize this as a machete essentially as well. You know what I mean? So that's why I think this is a good tool, because you're getting that chopping capability, but then you're also getting a machete capability as well. Now right here, I don't know if you can see this because this one's in the way, but I'm utilizing just the tip to cut into this one branch because this branch is preventing me from cutting through this one. But definitely putting some little bit of stress on that tip, and bam, right through it. You guys can see that? And I pretty much just used this top portion of the blade right here. So this tip held up fantastic. That's still a needle point tip, by the way, but there we go. You guys can see that? Broke that one off now. So now here's the big test, right? Can we get through this big old 6-incher right here? Man, that's a thick log. Might take a second. So if I have to speed the footage up, so be it. But here we go, guys. I mean, look at that. I mean, you guys can see one hit, that kind of nice chunk that it took out. I'm gonna go left-handed a little bit. Yeah. Guys, we're going to be able to get through this. It's just a matter of time, right? Now, I know, inevitably, again, somebody's going to be like, who's next? We already went over that. Watch the earlier part of the video where I talk about it. But look at that. I mean, this thing is just eats through, no problems. I feel like I have good control of the blade. It's not really slipping out of my hand or anything like that. I mean, I'm going left-handed with no lanyard. I'm able to chop in here fine. Not a problem. Go right-handed, no lanyard. Take chunks out, no problems. Fine. Again, you want to utilize that tip to cut. You can see chunks of wood are flying out just utilizing that tip. No issues. Let's check this. It's still good to go. I mean, the sweet spot for chopping though, guys, is right in this area, right through here. I mean, this is where it's just naturally going to hit and where it just digs in. I see all those chunks flying out. If you wanted to, you can even come in and do some two-handed chopping. You need to generate a little extra power. You can come in and do that as well. Almost through this thing, guys. I mean, look at that. I mean, I'm pretty impressed. I mean, and look at this thing is still straight as an arrow. No bending to it. Still ready to rock and roll. And we're just getting through there without any issues. Putting a big pounding on this thing, man. This is a really good hard test for this good hunting, guys. double check everything's still good. Yep. We're right there. Sucker's gonna hold on for dear life though. The one issue you run into when you're cutting these logs is they're laying down. There's a lot of pressure on the limbs that are out. So sometimes two things can happen. It'll either break free kind of violently and almost hit you, or it'll just cut through. And this thing is like not wanting to give up the ghost. It's like right there, guys, right there. Come on, baby, we can do it. There it is. Woo! All right, guys. I mean, that was impressive. I mean, look at this thing. Come on, stick it there. Oh, that was a piece of dirt. Look at this. That's a pretty darn clean cut, guys. I mean, whew, I'm out of breath, guys. I'm out of shape too, but let's check this out. So one thing I will note, my handle scales did come a little bit loose, but they're still on there. The edge is perfectly fine. See, no glinting, no rolling, no chipping. The tip, still needle point. We're still straight as an arrow. That's pretty impressive, guys, pretty impressive. All right, guys, so obviously the Gununting can handle the larger task, right? You got to get through some fairly large tree stumps, branches, things like that. Yeah, it's going to be able to handle it. No problems there. But again, we were talking about that kind of machete-esque style that you might need. Like, these are definitely some thicker branches, nothing crazy, but they're a little bit thicker. You might have to come in and kind of, like I said, clear a path for your hiking companions or your four-wheel drive buddies, something like that. You know, don't want to scratch up your nice fancy Jeeps. So, you know, I have to clear out a little bit of this kind of overhanging brush and stuff. And again, this is where an axe, as good as it is for chopping, it's not very good for, you know, brush clearing, limb clearing like this, you know what I mean? So kind of come in here, hack away. I'm not swinging excessively hard. I'm just letting the weight of the blade do its job. You know, it's cutting in here, cutting this stuff down. Always cut away from you guys too. Try to be as safe as you can. Sometimes when you get this really flexible stuff that bounces like this, you got to hold it a little bit so it will take the brunt of the impact and not flex out on you. Put that back in the pile. I don't want to leave a mess for the farmer who was nice enough to let me come out here. So, but you come in here, utilize that tip. If you need to, get that little extra reach. And you can clear out brush and stuff like this that, like I said, an axe typically can't do. Not that it can't do it, it's just not the easiest thing to do. Put that back up there. But again, reach in here, kind of come in with the tip if you want to. That's a little bouncy piece. You can come in, clear out some brush, clear a path for your four-wheel drive buddies, your hiking companions, or I don't know, maybe you're making a game trail. You know, you're setting up for a future hunt. Who knows? But this would be a good backcountry. Carry this on your pack horse. It's got some weight to it, guys. Obviously, if you see my full review, I don't remember the exact weight on it, but it's a little bit heavy. Would you want to go backpacking all day with this? Maybe, maybe not. That depends on your physical abilities. Me, I'm out of shape. It's going to get heavy. But that's okay. It is what it is. I accept that. But overall, guys, I think the X-16 Gun from Tops Knives is fantastic. It does a great job clearing this stuff. Did a great job clearing all that heavier, big brush stuff. And I think this is definitely a blade worth investing in. Again, I know some people say, well, why the heck would you need something like that? Well, this is why. That's why. You know, it's not, you're not buying it, like most people, we're not buying this because we're going to be all, wow, you know, and John Wick and stuff, you know, like it's not the, you know, the truth of the matter, right? The majority of us are going to be using this for stuff like this. You might have that tree go down in your backyard during a big storm. You got to come in, cut some of this stuff out, get it away till you get your axe to get the bigger stuff. Or maybe you don't even have an axe, your axe breaks. You have this as a backup. You kind of get where I'm going with this, right? So, guys, I would suggest picking one of these up, guys. And if you're interested in getting something like this, like the X-16 gun hunting, definitely go check out the Knife Connection. There'll be a link in the description of the video below. Knife Connection, Jason over there's a great guy. Carries a full lineup of several different brands of knives, including tops. Has a full lineup of tops. Has the X-16 gun hunting as well. So definitely go check out the Knife Connection, guys. And then a word from our other sponsor is Wicked Industries. I don't have the stuff out here, but Wicked Industries, guys, great products. I utilize them to help clean up my blades after I do these videos. Helps keep them protected. Helps keep them ready for the next video. And it's a great product, so definitely go check out Wicked Industries as well. Knife Connection and Wicked Industries, guys. Go check them out. And definitely get yourself one of these X-16 gun huntings. And go follow Adam Boyce over at Spartan Mode. Fantastic Martial Blades concept instructor. Overall, spectacularly nice guy. I'm honored to call him a friend. So, guys, Tops Knives X-16 gun hunting. Go get you one.